What is the worst case scenario for altcoins? There's an 80% chance that this is going to happen. Welcome back, Crypto Anonymous. Today we're going to be diving down into some important information, talking about what we expect to happen for altcoins. So we all know that Bitcoin is starting to break some key level areas, not to mention the Federal Reserve continues to raise hikes. So what does that mean? Well, if anybody doesn't know, Satoshi Nakamoto created a Bitcoin due to inflation. So ladies and gentlemen, Bitcoin is still stuck under a massive sloping resistance. There is a possibility we have what is known as a falling wedge pattern, which is considered bullish. But I believe that Bitcoin has more room to the downside. So what does this mean? Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about recession, tanking economy, hitting the crypto markets hard. So there's a very good chance that we are going to be expecting a massive amount of cryptos to continue to the downside. The more that the Federal Reserve continues to increase rates, the more Bitcoin will become weaker against the United States dollar and against all other cryptocurrencies. So for example, if we take a look at Ethereum, yes, we know Ethereum recently had its upgrade to Ethereum 0.0, now known as a POS, as in proof of stake instead of proof of work. Now for Ethereum, same exact thing. We are still breaking down to the downside. We have a nasty sloping resistance, and there's a good possibility that we will continue down, right? So Bitcoin, Ethereum, bearish. Then our next biggest altcoin that we have is known as BNB. Now BNB has been holding up strong. It technically is not down as much as other cryptos. It's down about 50-60%, and it's still holding strong at its key level areas. But just like the rest of the crypto sector, you will see that the BNB is still breaking down. We have a high here, we have a lower high here, and then we have a lower high here. Technically, we have a sloping resistance, which means that a BNB is still considered bearish. And then we have a Solana. Solana has definitely been hit pretty hard. And if we take a look at the overall chart, you guys will see for Solana that it continues down. We have a sloping resistance. We had a high all the way up there around 250, and we're back at $31. Nasty, nasty dump to the downside. So for Solana, what is going to happen here? Almost guaranteed that Solana is going to continue to the downside. So as stated, there is an 80% chance that this will happen. Altcoins are still considered bearish. The Federal Reserve, as stated, continues to raise rates. We're talking about a massive recession, maybe even a potential depression. But the more that Bitcoin goes down, the better opportunities for altcoins to go down as well. So could it be a great chance to take advantage of the prices? Yes, it will. Yes, it can be. But we are expecting a further recession. We are expecting further breakdown into all of these different cryptos. I just cannot stress that enough. So if we actually go through the whole thing on CoinMarketCap, you guys will see that all of the crypto sector is red. All of the crypto sector is bearish. So a lot of cryptos just breaking to the downside. Look at that. They are all breaking down. So we're expecting some bigger drops in the crypto sector. We're expecting some nasty dips to the downside, and hopefully we can find some opportunities as stated to take advantage of the markets and buy at the lows. But overall, ladies and gentlemen, 80% chance that yes, we will continue to the downside with all of our cryptos. I mean, the biggest cryptos as stated, Solana, BNB, Ethereum, not to mention Bitcoin, all looking extremely bearish. So we will be expecting further downside the further that we go into a potential recession. Nonetheless, we may even have a great depression. All depends. But remember, inflation. With inflation high, interest rates must go up in order to control it. And Bitcoin has a lot to do with inflation.